What's up, guys? It's Chris back with another watch video, and today we are taking a look at two diver-inspired watches from Citizen and Seiko. We have the Citizen Brycen, which is a vintage Brycen, and it is a recent release from Citizen that kind of has a really nice diver, skin diver look to it. And then we have the Seiko SNZH57, which is essentially inspired by the Blancpain 50 fathoms. So you can see both of these watches look really good. Both of them come in at around $150. $179 is what I paid for the Citizen. $143 is what I paid on the Seiko. And there are some slight differences between these watches. Both of them have mineral crystals. Seiko's proprietary Hardlex versus a mineral crystal on the Citizen. They both have stainless steel cases. Both do not have signed or screw down crowns. The Seiko does come on a bracelet, however it's really not that nice of a bracelet. The Citizen comes on a leather, black leather strap, which is pretty nice. It's very flexible and soft. However, the bezel does not move on the Citizen. You do have a ratcheting bezel on the Seiko. It does have a pretty good action, actually. It's very, very tight, but it feels very smooth and has a nice play to it. There's no real playback at all, really. And like I said, it's ratcheting, which this is it's very disappointing that the Citizen does not have a ratcheting bezel or moving bezel. Even if it was bidirectional, it would be better than having nothing at all. You can see the movement on the Seiko from the back. It is automatic, and there you can see it there. The Citizen is just a quartz movement. However, it is Eco Drive, which means that it is solar powered, which is kind of cool and will never really need a battery because it is charged by any sort of light, natural or otherwise. So you have very good specs on both of the watches, really in kind of different ways. 42 millimeters across on the Seiko, 44 on the Citizen. However, they wear very similarly. The Seiko is obviously a little bit thicker because it's automatic, and the Citizen is quartz, so it is thinner. I will say, for me, everything is a wash on both of these watches. I really like both of them. Obviously, I own both. I will say that I do like the Citizen's dial a little bit better, and I like the coloration of the dial better than the Seiko. I think the Seiko wins in a lot of other categories, obviously, because you can see the movement, you have a bracelet, and the bezel does move, which is kind of helpful. It has a little bit nicer indices on the dial. I like the sword hands on the Citizen a little bit better, even though they're very similar to the Seikos. But overall, like I said, I think it's a wash between these two. I would take both of them if you could have them. If I only could have one, I'd probably go with the Seiko just because it's automatic and it has a bracelet. It's a little bit more versatile, but it's a very, very close matchup. And the dial on that Citizen is really, it's all about the style of the watch with these. You're not going to go diving with them, so the fact that the bezel doesn't move, it's not that big of a deal. So it's really, like I said, up to preference. There are some modifications that you can make to the Seiko to make it look a little bit different, but you know, that's all to the wearer, whoever's going to buy this watch. If they decide to do something like that, upgrade the watch in ways. But right out of the box, like I said, I'd go with the Seiko, but the Citizen is pretty awesome. And like I said, I bought both. One other thing I don't like about the Seiko compared to the Citizen, it is a lot blingier. You know, it has a very similar Hardlex crystal to the Citizen. They're both slightly domed and slightly boxed, but you can see just from the side profile how shiny the Seiko is. It's really a high polish on almost all the surfaces except for the top of the lugs, where this is the Citizen's a little bit more subdued. It's a little bit more under the radar. It's not as flashy. And, you know, you can get away with wearing this to work. This is a little bit more of a flashy watch, I think, with the gold. It's, again, very good looking, but it's something to be considered if you're going to be purchasing one of these watches. Anyway, tell me what you think below. I really like to hear from you guys. Which watch would you choose, the Citizen or the Seiko, or both, like I have? Yeah, leave a comment below. It's much appreciated and very helpful. Please like, subscribe, and thank you for logging on.